think we do have a constitutional crisis. There's a difference between saying whether you're complying with the law and then you have these individual district court judges setting effectively broad federal policy that is specifically reserved for the President of the United States.
Another outrageous ruling from a federal district court judge. The discontinuation of funds to sanctuary cities is unconstitutional.
A U.S. judge has been arrested for obstructing an immigration operation.
Fire! We have an emergency, a constitutional crisis. And if you're seeing this on CNN and they're like, this is a constitutional crisis, it's a constitutional crisis. We also have an economic crisis. You know all those trucks that you see around delivering goods and not services? Well, they just got hit about 25%. Slash. So if by any chance you were holding that stock, you're down 32% today. I know the stock market went up today, filled the gaps that I said it needed to fill, and boy, are you gonna eat crow if the low is in and we end up higher for the year. Yes, there is a chance, but the tsunami is coming as S&P 500 tumbles. Mild recession, you guys are looking at a low of 3,700. That's not me. I just think these things need to play out, like how there is nothing going on in any factories. As Chinese factories face massive closures, export orders disappeared, Chinese factories are shutting down. But now on to constitutional crisis.
I think there's a difference between saying whether you're complying with the law and then you have these individual district court judges setting effectively broad federal policy that is specifically reserved for the President of the United States. I think we do have a constitutional crisis, and it's being caused by these judges. They're not here to tell us. They're not here to tell us how to spend the money. They're not here to set broad federal policy. That is the president's job as elected by the people. These judges are supposed to be settling discrete, specific matters, not policy setting. I think Vance is right. I think Trump has a point. And these judges want nothing more to continue the lawfare against.
I don't think anybody's going to be surprised to hear that you think Trump is right.
They're doing this on
However,
I get it. You want individual federal judges who hate Donald Trump.
No, I don't.
To tie him up for 4 years.
No, I don't.
If you want a big
Not
policy questions decided, let the Supreme Court do it. But in the interim, the executive has to be allowed to govern.
And oh my gosh, justice! Finally, they are arresting people. So I can stop saying, okay, Cash, so far you're 0 for 100. Can we see something? So now these judges are finally being arrested, and they're ugly too. This is an ugly one. Actually, a very good picture of her with pearl necklaces. But I mean, this is how far she went, and this is a judge. It's like, oh, hey, you're a gang member? Okay, I'm overseeing this case. Yes, you can come live in my house. Gang member, convicted felon. I mean, there's a difference between, okay, they mowed my lawn and they slept with my husband. It's unknown if he was blowing up cars. New York Post, feds bust Wisconsin judge for helping illegal migrant accused of punching victim 30 times, evades ICE agents. Like, yeah, you can come mi casa su casa. And these are the judges that are blocking the President of the United States from trying to do things that we all agree. Like, let's just say, if you jump over the wall, you can't just vote. Now, judges are saying, yes, they can vote. Let's create a lot of red tape so you can't send them back. Also, it's kicking the can till the next guy gets in. I don't know if Cash was just waiting on like, okay, we're going to win this case. It was kind of like OJ. Everyone was like, okay, so yep, we have everything. We have him like running away from the police. He even wrote a book on how he killed his wife, but for some reason there was a glove. It didn't fit his hand. But I guess this one's going to be a slam dunk. Wisconsin judge who was arrested this morning by FBI officials. And wow, this lady needs to be put in prison for a long time. What did Ruiz do? Because she was visibly angry that ICE was there to arrest him. and her and everyone. But let's listen into Blonde with Really Blue Eyes.
And I'm Sandra Smith in New York, and this is America Reports. So today's arrest of a judge marks the second such case in the last 24 hours. A former New Mexico judge and his wife were taken into custody yesterday. Federal agents arresting them for harboring a suspected Trinidad gang member in their guest house.
According to this complaint, Judge Diggin was visibly angry that ICE was there to arrest Flores. Ruiz even tried to kick the deportation agents out of the courthouse.
Yeah, and to set the stage for you and Sandra, this was truly horrific. This guy was in court being prosecuted by a state prosecutor for domestic violence battery. He had beat up two people, a guy and a girl, hit the guy 30 times, knocked him to the ground, choked him, beat up a woman so badly they both had to go to the hospital. And John, you know, it's so rare for victims to want to cooperate. They wanted to cooperate. They were sitting in the courtroom with the state prosecutor. The judge learns that ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back in our country, commits these crimes, charged with committing these crimes, victims in court. Judge finds out. She goes out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officers. She's furious, visibly shaken, upset, sends them off to talk to the chief judge. She comes back in the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Takes the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers, takes them out a private exit and tells them to leave. While a state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom.
Wow. I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm pretty sure the left-leaning media is going to be like, oh my gosh, look at the overstep of this orange guy. He's like arresting judges now. Not just the orange guy, the darker guy is too. What the heck? FBI arrests judge in dangerous escalation of immigration and this is a whole new, you tell us Alex Nguyen. It's a whole new descent into government chaos. And I know this because I have these arguments. I have liberal friends because you got to have balance, right? You got to hear their side. And that's they will scream up and down and lose their shat over this guy that they say he acts like that guy with that funny mustache. Already hearing about like, oh, how about when he was asked about talking with people from China? And he's like, yeah, I talk to him every day. Let me be specific. Quote, I don't want to comment on that, but I've spoken to him many times, which I'm going to go with. You know, you have your gut. Okay, I don't think he's not right now. Yes, he's spoken to him many times. But what is going on right now? I am sure there's negotiations. Actually, I am so sure we even have photos of it. Not only do we have photos of it right now, we have photos of it and them saying, you will take these photos down. This comes in from an overnight report around 7 a.m. A high-ranking official from the Chinese Ministry of Finance entered the Treasury building located right next to the White House in Washington, D.C., accompanied by about 10 attendants. Like these people had some pew-pews. Can't say that on the YouTube. So, yes, we're in negotiation. And the Korean newspaper adds that, quote, Chinese officials strongly blocked the press from taking photos of high-ranking officials entering the U.S. Treasury. Also, I need you guys to know this. Whenever I do a video on China, I don't know how they do it because they are locked down. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out of there media-wise. I don't know if you know this, but when it comes to my media, they will bombard my video with downvotes. I'll tell you how the algorithm works. The minute a video gets more than 50% down, it's gone. You get 100, 200, 300, 400,000 views and then shut down. I know this because it's actually happened to me. I watched it. I also try to take your channel down. Also, if you could hit the like button, counteract the not like buttons from Chinese that when I show your factories are empty, their economy is in the toilet. And I know this because I have so many friends and close friends that manufacture. Remember, I have a course. I manufacture. Not so much anymore. For me, I make more money by clicking a button on a screen. Probably one of the coolest businesses I've ever created. Actually having to do all the work to do all the manufacturing. But the whole talk is there is nothing happening. And then I come here and I try to warn you about it. If there's plastic stuff that you want, I would probably suggest you get it. Now, I'm even getting emails like, we don't have it. The prices are going up. we got to ship it to one place and then we can come into the United States. They don't say that, but then I get, oh my gosh, the pushback. I did 2 videos like that. And in the comments, it's like, I just went to Walmart, still have milk and eggs. Clickbait video. Why? How many NPCs are following this channel? You guys can't be that missing stuff. You know, the cells that travel around in the area above your eyebrows. For those of you that are like, why are you struggling for calling someone like an idiot or nothing in the brain? Actually, it was in the Bible. Jesus says, if you call someone Raka, nothing in your head, you should be in the fear of the fire of hell. And those were his nice words. One of the oldest trucking companies in the U.S. since 1924 fell. Not even 20, this is old. It's like 30 something percent. You saw that. It was like 35% today. Reported earnings. Not so good. Why is that? Well, let me help you, Brad, that the stock market went up today. The company saw a sharp drop in shipping requests as future orders are canceled. This kind of reminds me of VID 2020. Actually, I had the video ready 2019, January. I'm like, okay, I'm doing the video on the VID, right? I'm like, guys, this isn't looking good. It's coming over. You should probably close your positions. Explained how it came out of a lab. All of this, and that video actually got YouTube's like, there you go. Now you're in trouble. You're not getting out of prison. I was like, wait, why am I being controlled? What is this? It's crazy when like you guys, not you guys, some of the NPCs are like, and then Google and it's like everyone just lives in the right now. What did Google do today? And by the way, if you're long Google stock, if you want to know the macro, AI, this is going to destroy them. And I know they had their meetings when this came out. They're like, we're about 10 years behind there, Bob. But really quickly, you're going to stop going, Google, figure this out for me. Oh, give you lots of ads. ChatGPT and all the other plethoras are like, they'll give you, this is the answer. No ads, and you want the solution? Okay, got that. Oh, we can also put it in a book format for you. Oh, we can also make it a video. We'll also, just for you, we'll publish it on YouTube, and we'll give you the proceeds. Some of the things that I am doing with AI, especially with trading, is mind-blowing. And I'll give you an example. You make a trade. You guys know it's one candle above the Bravo 9. Let's just pretend that green line's the Bravo 9. Full close, you look at it, you put in a buy, you write it up, blah, blah. You have a 200-day moving average. Anything above it, it pulls up. Anything below it, it pulls down. And you could trade yourself, or you could have the computer click the buttons for you. You know, once it like, okay, it's one candle close, it puts in a buy, and then that's it. Well, here comes the mind-blowing part is when AI is like, okay, we'll take it from here, Bravo. It knows all my stuff, but then it makes it 20 times better. You could do it on individual stocks. Also, I'm trying to put it all in the course, from how to swing trade, how to trade in a bear market, bull market, all the kit and caboodle. And I'm even throwing in the bear market course for $299. If I can't get you over that 1 million, this is it. I'm all in. Also, please do not think if you get the course, you get everything for free. A lot of stuff is free, but a lot of stuff it's impossible. Buying a car, then you figure out, wait, I have to fill it up with gas? There should have been a disclaimer. Or when people are like, well, what are you trading? I don't know. I can do a watch list. Well, I should get that for free. Okay. So John, you want me to wake up every single morning for the rest of my life because you spent $2.99 every single day? This is exactly what we're trading. Well, yes, I think you should. How about $1 a day? Are you kidding? And by the way, my options watch list that I trade every single day, that's $1 a day, that's almost gone. No more of me showing you what I'm trading WSM making 59%, also $660. But I will come here every single day for the rest of my life and tell you things about like the NASDAQ, how when it breaks this is a big gap and it didn't fill this little section right in here, this area. Well, guess what? The NASDAQ filled it. You are good to go. It is time for that direction there. It's not the only one. We have a U.S. government debt market collapse. This has a massive implication for the economy. Here is a thread on it from Bravos, and away we go into my hair. But now back to the NASDAQ and us. Again, I've been saying this. I said, we're going to drop, we're going to come up, we're going to probably retest that purple line. This is the 200-day moving average. I just covered it in my new course. Last night's video, Once you come into this area, this is this orange, this is oversold. It never goes here. But with my indicators or this indicator, whatever, it goes into the Bravo zone, it pops out. Come up, you fill the gaps, you hit the 200, next leg down. Since we're talking gaps, hey, look, there's a gap, Mom. Again, go up. Hit the 200, come down, fill gap. So you see this area right here where that little, it says reversal, DN reversal. Mine has it. It's the same thing, just different. You see, it goes green. It goes all the way up. Mine goes purple. It's just different things. And then we go down. But free bear market course, when you buy the $1 million course, you'll know how to make money going down. Also, do not be shocked if I'm like, I'm removing that. Everyone was when I removed the other two courses. You're like, wait a minute, I should have everything for free. I just think as a nation, as a people, when you have it so good, you just think everything should be for free, right? I think healthcare should be for free. Yeah, free healthcare. I think what else should be for food, housing, retirement, college, everything should be for free. Well, in the real world, Cindy, it's not. Hardship withdrawals from 401ks are running about 20% above historical norm. But I thought everything's great. Why, if everything is so great, is everyone in so much pain? Well, I'll tell you why. That's because they are lying to you. They're like, everything's great. And then you're just like, well, I was everyone's laid off. How is it? Nope, GDP's good. Everything's good. Houston, we have a problem. Look at USA growth by indicators. Hard data, everything's good, you guys. Soft data. Do you see the green line? Here, I'll move it above my head. Oh, what? That just keeps going. Oh my gosh, -4? Yes, that's because it's all really bad, but everyone's always going to cover it up. And 12 signs that the U.S. consumers are experiencing far more financial stress than most people realize. Yes, I am here for you. And I could do the 7, I'll just do 2. According to the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment, it's fallen to like Great Depression. Another one, CNBC, whopping 73%. You're all stressed financially. Oh, that's because they're lying to you, but now finally people are coming out and trying to fix it, and yet we try to fix it, and I still get flipped off every day in the Cybertruck. Cannot believe it. It's like, wait, never mind. He was flipping me off. Oz actually just came out talking about the Medicare, Medicaid. If you think USAID was bad, that was fraud. Oh, you have seen nothing yet. Also, hit subscribe. I'll tell you all about this in future videos because I film every single day, and I love you. I want you to be financially successful and have a good time in life. Also, do the course. You'll like it. It'll put a smile on your face, bring happiness to your life, especially when the digits go up and you're like, hey, I can solve problems, rather than worrying about what's burning down in the world today. But with that, I love you guys, and I shall see you tomorrow.